The story begins not in a lab or a university, but within the mind of a man who had reached the edge of despair. Eckhart Tolle, a name now synonymous with spiritual transformation, once faced the crushing weight of suicidal depression. At 29, he reached a breaking point, a single moment that changed everything. Instead of succumbing to darkness, he experienced a profound shift. His thoughts, the endless chatter of his mind, dissolved into stillness. What emerged was an unshakable sense of peace and clarity, as if he'd awakened from a long, restless sleep. What happened to Tolle was so transformative that he dedicated his life to sharing its truth. From this experience, he wrote The Power of Now and later A New Earth, two books that revolutionized how millions understand the nature of reality, consciousness, and existence itself. His teachings aren't just about escaping stress. They challenge everything we think we know about ourselves and the universe. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. What Eckhart Tolle uncovered through his inner exploration is now being echoed by the scientific community, particularly in the field of quantum physics. Concepts that seem spiritual or even mystical, such as being fully present, the illusion of time, and the interconnection of all things, are finding surprising validation in experiments conducted by physicists around the globe. Take Tolle's teaching on the present moment. He asserts that the now is all there is, that time is a mental construct. It's a perspective that has baffled and inspired many. Meanwhile, quantum physicists have been grappling with their own mind-bending discoveries, like the fact that particles behave differently when observed. This phenomenon, known as the observer effect, challenges the very foundation of classical physics. The connection? It seems that both Tolle and quantum physicists are pointing toward a shared truth. Consciousness is not just a passive experience. It actively participates in shaping reality. Could it be that the wisdom Tolle accessed through meditation aligns with the discoveries of modern science? And if so, what does this mean for the way we understand our own minds and the universe? Stay with us, because what lies ahead will stretch your imagination to its limits. We're about to explore how the invisible threads of quantum reality might be the same ones Tolle tapped into during his awakening. And the implications? They're nothing short of revolutionary. To understand the deeper connection between Eckhart Tolle's teachings and quantum physics, let's start with one of the most famous experiments in scientific history, the double-slit experiment. In this experiment, scientists fired tiny particles like electrons at a barrier with two slits. When no one was observing, the particles behaved like waves, creating an interference pattern on the screen behind the slits. But here's the twist. When the scientists set up a device to observe the particles, their behavior changed. They stopped acting like waves and passed through the slits one at a time, as if they knew they were being watched. This baffling result turned classical physics on its head. It suggested that the mere act of observation influences reality on a quantum level. In simpler terms, consciousness appears to play an active role in shaping the behavior of particles, the very building blocks of our universe. And it doesn't stop there. Consider Einstein's idea of spooky action at a distance, which describes how two particles can become entangled. When one particle is altered, the other responds instantly, no matter how far apart they are, whether it's a millimeter or a galaxy away. This isn't science fiction. It's been proven in countless experiments. Now think about the implications of these discoveries. If particles can communicate instantly across unimaginable distances, doesn't that hint at a deeper level of interconnectedness in the universe? And if the simple act of observing can influence matter, what power might our thoughts and consciousness hold? Eckhart Tolle teaches that our minds are not isolated entities but deeply connected to the fabric of existence. He often describes this connection as a vast stillness or presence that underlies all of life. Quantum physics seems to agree, offering a scientific lens to explain what many spiritual traditions have long understood. Everything is connected. But this isn't just a theory confined to laboratories. Scientists have begun conducting real-world quantum experiments that push these ideas even further. For example, researchers have demonstrated how human intention can influence quantum systems, such as random number generators. These aren't abstract concepts. They're tangible experiments proving that consciousness and physical reality are more intertwined than we've ever imagined. And here's the big question. If particles respond to observation and intention, what are the limits of our influence? Could the same principles that govern quantum behavior apply to our thoughts, emotions, and even the reality we experience daily? Keep watching, because the line between science and spirituality is becoming blurrier by the moment. Up next, we'll explore how this quantum connection ties directly into Tolle's teachings on presence, and how your mind might already be entangled with the universe. At the heart of quantum mechanics lies the observer effect. The act of observing a system changes its state. It's a phenomenon that has baffled scientists for decades, but it might also hold the key to understanding Eckhart Tolle's teachings about the power of presence. Tolle emphasizes the importance of being fully present in the moment, free from the mental noise of the past and future. This state of awareness, he says, connects us to a deeper intelligence, a stillness that transcends the mind. Now consider this. In quantum mechanics, the observer doesn't just passively view reality but actively shapes it. Could Tolle's concept of presence be the spiritual counterpart to the observer effect? Research suggests that it might be. Studies on meditation, a practice deeply tied to cultivating presence, reveal astonishing results. For example, long-term meditators show measurable changes in their brainwaves, shifting from beta states associated with everyday thinking to alpha and even gamma states, frequencies linked to deep focus, heightened awareness, and states of flow. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. These shifts in brain activity seem to ripple outward, influencing not just the individual but also their environment. One groundbreaking study showed that groups of meditators focusing on peace in a specific city reduced local crime rates during their practice. The effect, known as the Maharishi effect, suggests that consciousness can extend beyond the individual, impacting the collective field. Quantum physics might offer an explanation. Just as particles are entangled and interconnected, so too might be human consciousness. Tolle's teachings align with this beautifully. He often says that presence isn't just a personal experience. It's a gateway to universal awareness. In quantum terms, you might think of your mind as a part of a larger, entangled system where every thought, intention, and observation has a ripple effect. And the science doesn't stop there. Experiments in quantum biology are now exploring how processes like photosynthesis and even DNA replication rely on quantum phenomena. This blurring of boundaries between the quantum and the biological suggests that the principles shaping the subatomic world might also govern the systems within us. When Tolle speaks of transcending the ego, the part of us that clings to separation, he's pointing toward a truth that quantum physics echoes. Separation is an illusion. On the deepest level, everything is connected. So what does this mean for you? It means that your thoughts, intentions, and awareness are more powerful than you've been led to believe. The observer effect and the power of presence aren't abstract concepts. They're forces you can engage with right now. And as we move forward, we'll uncover how tapping into this interconnected field can transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Get ready, because next we'll explore how the present moment isn't just a state of mind. It's a force of nature that can reshape your brain, your energy, and even your reality. The present moment isn't just a fleeting instant. It's the only reality that truly exists. Eckhart Tolle has emphasized this point repeatedly, urging us to shift our focus away from the endless chatter of the mind and into the stillness of now. But why is this so transformative? And could it have an impact on the very fabric of reality? Let's start with what happens in your brain when you enter the present moment. Neuroscientists have discovered that mindfulness and meditation, both tools for cultivating presence, profoundly alter brain activity. These practices reduce activity in the default mode network, the part of the brain responsible for mind-wandering and self-referential thoughts. When this network quiets, you experience a sense of ego dissolution, a feeling of being connected to something larger than yourself. At the same time, your brainwaves shift. Beta waves, associated with stress and overthinking, are replaced by slower alpha waves, linked to calm and clarity. In deeper states of meditation, even gamma waves can emerge, associated with heightened awareness and peak mental states. But here's the kicker. These changes in brain activity aren't just internal. They can influence the quantum field around you. In quantum physics, coherence is a term used to describe a state of harmony where all parts of a system work in unison. When meditators enter deep states of presence, their brainwaves become more coherent, and this coherence has been shown to affect physical systems. For example, experiments have demonstrated that human consciousness can influence the behavior of random number generators, pushing them away from chance into patterns of order. But the power of the present moment doesn't stop at machines. Real-life examples show how presence can transform reality. Consider athletes who describe entering the zone, a state of effortless focus where everything flows perfectly. Or the stories of individuals overcoming significant health challenges by using visualization and mindfulness to align their minds and bodies. These moments of presence seem to tap into a universal force, a force that quantum mechanics is only beginning to understand. Eckhart Tolle describes the present moment as a portal, a gateway to infinite potential. Quantum physics might describe it differently, but the principle is strikingly similar. When you focus your consciousness fully on the now, you collapse the infinite possibilities of the quantum field into a single, tangible reality. What's even more exciting is that anyone can harness this power. Try a simple experiment. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and shift your awareness to the sensations in your body. Notice the stillness that arises. In that moment, you're not just calming your mind, you're aligning with the energy of the universe itself. And this is just the beginning. In the next section, we'll explore how you can take this awareness even further, applying it to transform your daily life, achieve your goals, and even shift your physical reality. Stay tuned. Your quantum potential is waiting to be unlocked. The concept of present moment awareness might feel abstract, but its applications in daily life are remarkably tangible. By combining the principles of quantum mechanics with Eckhart Tolle's teachings, you can create profound transformations, not just in your mindset but in your entire reality. Let's begin with a simple yet powerful practice: guided visualization. Visualization, rooted in presence and intention, has been shown to create measurable changes in both the brain and the external world. Athletes use this technique to enhance performance, and studies reveal that mentally rehearsing an action activates the same neural pathways as physically performing it. From a quantum perspective, this makes sense. Your thoughts and intentions interact with the energy field around you, influencing outcomes in ways we're only beginning to understand. For example, here's a practical exercise to strengthen your connection with the present moment and your ability to influence reality. Find a quiet space and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Visualize a goal or outcome you want to achieve, but don't just see it, feel it. Engage all your senses as if it's already happening. Notice how your energy shifts as you immerse yourself in this mental state. Now, let's look at how small, consistent practices can reinforce this alignment. Daily mindfulness exercises, like focusing on your breath or observing your thoughts without judgment, can enhance your ability to stay present. Over time, this presence reduces stress, increases focus, and creates coherence in your brain and energy field. Real-life case studies highlight the transformative power of these principles. One example involves individuals recovering from chronic illnesses who used mindfulness and visualization to reprogram their responses to pain and stress. These practices didn't just improve their mental well-being. In many cases, their physical symptoms diminished significantly. Such stories may seem miraculous, but they align with emerging research on the mind-body connection and the role of consciousness in healing. The integration of quantum awareness into everyday life doesn't require a complete overhaul of your routine. Small shifts, like starting your day with 5 minutes of mindful breathing or ending it by reflecting on moments of gratitude, can have a ripple effect on your energy and interactions. These practices are simple yet profound because they tap into the same principles that govern quantum systems: focus, intention, and interconnectedness. As you experiment with these techniques, you'll start to notice subtle changes. You may feel more in tune with your surroundings, more connected to the people around you, and more empowered to shape your reality. Over time, these small shifts compound, leading to greater clarity, purpose, and alignment in your life. But the real magic happens when you integrate these principles consistently. Daily presence, intentional visualization, and an awareness of your thoughts' power can turn even the most ordinary moments into opportunities for transformation. In the next and final section, we'll summarize the key insights from this journey and invite you to take the next step. You've already begun unlocking the quantum potential of your mind. Now it's time to harness it fully. As we reach the end of this journey, one thing becomes clear. The power to transform your reality lies within you. Eckhart Tolle's teachings and the revelations of quantum physics aren't just abstract concepts. They're a roadmap for awakening to the true potential of your mind. Let's recap the key insights. Your thoughts influence reality. The observer effect in quantum mechanics and Tolle's emphasis on presence both show that consciousness isn't passive. It's a creative force. The present moment is the key. By stepping out of the endless loop of past regrets and future anxieties, you align yourself with the only moment that truly exists. Now, science and spirituality are converging. From the double-slit experiment to meditation studies, the lines between these two worlds are blurring, revealing deeper truths about our connection to the universe. Practical tools amplify your power. Visualization, mindfulness, and intentional practices can help you harness this connection, turning quantum potential into tangible results. Now it's your turn to take action. What small change can you make today to tap into the power of presence? Maybe it's a few moments of mindful breathing, a visualization exercise, or simply observing your thoughts without judgment. These seemingly small steps create ripples that expand into profound transformation. But don't just take our word for it. Experiment for yourself. Try one of the techniques we've explored and pay attention to the results. Notice how your thoughts and intentions begin to shape your experiences and how presence shifts your perspective. Here's a challenge for you. Over the next week, dedicate just 5 minutes a day to one of these practices. Observe what changes both within and around you. And when you start seeing results, share your experiences with others. Let's spark a conversation about the incredible potential of the human mind and its connection to the universe. Before we go, here's a teaser for what's coming next. We'll be diving deeper into the practical applications of these principles, exploring advanced techniques for strengthening your quantum awareness and living with greater intention. Trust us, you won't want to miss it. Until then, remember this. The present moment is more than just a concept. It's a force of nature, a doorway to infinite possibilities. Step through it and watch your reality transform. Your journey starts now.